Right now, your cells are dehydrated. I don't care how much water you drank today. I don't care if you carry a gallon jug everywhere you go. If you are drinking plain water without understanding what I'm about to tell you, that liquid is passing straight through your body like pouring water onto a sealed plastic tarp. It rolls right off. Your kidneys flush it out. Your cells never absorb it, and you stay dehydrated at the cellular level no matter how many trips you make to the bathroom. You've been drinking water wrong your entire life, and the science behind why will completely change what you put in your glass starting tonight. The mainstream advice is simple and wrong. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. Stay hydrated. Just drink more. But a groundbreaking study published in the journal Cell Biology showed that water absorption into human cells doesn't work by simple diffusion the way most people imagine. Your cells are not sponges. They don't just soak up whatever liquid surrounds them. They have gates, specialized protein channels embedded in every cell membrane called aquaporins. And these molecular doorways will not open without the right electrochemical signal. That signal comes from electrolytes. Without them, the water you drink is biologically useless to your cells. Think about it like this. Imagine your cells are a walled city. The aquaporins are the gates, and electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, are the keys that unlock those gates. Without the keys, you can flood the moat all day long. The city stays dry inside. That is exactly what happens when you chug plain water. You're flooding the space around your cells while the inside of every cell remains parched. Here's where the science gets even more stunning. A landmark study from the American Journal of Physiology demonstrated that cellular hydration depends on something called the sodium-potassium pump, a molecular engine embedded in your cell membranes that Nobel Prize-winning research identified as one of the most critical mechanisms in human biology. This pump uses sodium outside the cell and potassium inside the cell to create an electrical gradient that physically pulls water through those aquaporin channels. No sodium, no gradient. No gradient, no water absorption. It doesn't matter if you drink a swimming pool's worth of water. Without adequate sodium and potassium, your cells remain in a state of chronic intracellular dehydration. And here's the part that should make you angry. For decades, mainstream health advice told you to avoid sodium, cut the salt, reduce sodium intake. And while excessive sodium is problematic, the pendulum swung so far that millions of people are now walking around with insufficient sodium to drive basic cellular hydration. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that low sodium intake was associated with worse cardiovascular outcomes than moderate sodium intake. The salt fear was overblown, and your cells have been paying the price. Now let's talk about magnesium, because this is the silent crisis hiding underneath everything else. Magnesium is required for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including the regulation of those aquaporin channels. A groundbreaking analysis published in the journal Nutrients estimated that up to 68% of the American population does not meet the recommended daily intake of magnesium. Over 2/3 of people are deficient in a mineral that their cells literally need to absorb water. You could be drinking a perfect amount of liquid every day and still be cellularly dehydrated because you don't have enough magnesium to operate the machinery that lets water in. This explains so much that people blame on other things: the chronic fatigue that doesn't improve with more sleep, the muscle cramps that come out of nowhere, the brain fog that lingers no matter how much coffee you drink, the headaches that strike every afternoon. These are not random symptoms. These are textbook signs of intracellular dehydration, and no amount of plain water will fix them because the problem was never volume. The problem was absorption. So what's the actual protocol? It is almost embarrassingly simple. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of high-quality sea salt or mineral salt to every liter of water you drink. That provides the sodium your cells need to run the sodium-potassium pump. Supplement with 400 to 600 milligrams of magnesium glycinate daily, the most bioavailable form that actually reaches your cells. And eat potassium-rich foods like avocados, spinach, and sweet potatoes to maintain the intracellular potassium that completes the electrical gradient. That's it. No expensive hydrogen water, no alkaline water machines, no overpriced electrolyte brands loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. Just the 3 molecular keys that unlock your aquaporin channels and let water do what it was always supposed to do: get inside your cells. Within 48 hours of implementing this protocol, people report noticeable improvements in energy, mental clarity, skin texture, and workout recovery, not because they added some exotic supplement, but because for the first time in years, their cells are actually hydrated. If this just shattered health myth you've believed your whole life, smash that like button right now and subscribe. I am giving you the cellular level science that the bottled water industry will never print on their labels. Share this with anyone who drinks water all day and still feels exhausted. Their cells are screaming for electrolytes, and nobody told them. You were never bad at hydrating, you were just missing the keys.